Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I am playing Rainbow Familiars. So we're playing Sunscape Familiar, but we're playing 4 colors. No black, it's okay. It's basically Bant Familiars. Our mana base is mostly forests. We have some number of islands and plains. Tranquil Landscape is pretty good here because we can cycle it while we're going off. And then we have a couple of Azorius Chanceries. For the ramp spells, we have 4 Utopia Sprawl and 3 Fertile Ground. And then we have Abundant Growth as well. This is because you want your land to tap for as much blue as possible. So we have a forest. We're going to have Abundant Growth, Utopia Sprawl, Fertile Ground on it, looking to make a ton of blue so we can play Archaeomancer plus Snap and make infinite mana of any color. So the way this works is Archaeomancer plus Snap. This costs a total of 6 mana. And then you have to have 7 mana from your 2 lands in order to go infinite. Now, Sunscape Familiar is a cost reducer for green and blue spells. Obviously makes the Fertile Ground better. It can go for Weather the Storm, Heritage Reclamation, or Pulse of Marauder from the sideboard. But it cost reduces this by 2, because it cost reduces the Archaeomancer and the Snap, making this the total of 5 mana from your 2 lands. And then 2 Familiars in play means you need 4 total mana from your 2 lands. You'd want to have 4 blue to make infinite blue. Once you have infinite blue, we're going to flicker. Flickering Mulldrifter, Seagate Oracle, or the new card Cryogen Relic in order to draw our deck, and then at some point a bunch of compulsive research at our opponent to kill them. Or we can attack with Mulldrifters. It's kind of fine, whatever we want to do. In the sideboard, we have Hydroblast for burn, Weather the Storm and Pulse of Marauder also there, a couple more Prohibits, Pyroblast for the blue decks, and we have Heritage Reclamation. 3 of these because it's a very versatile card. Destroy artifact or enchantment, or exile a card from a graveyard and draw a card. So you can just cycle it if you need to. It's interesting, so we're going to try that out. I haven't touched Rainbow Familiars in a while. I played it previously with Lorien revealed in it, but I felt like it was kind of lacking. So we're going to try it this way, trying to flicker our Cryogen Relics and get value that way. It is also hopefully making it a little bit lower to the ground. I will see you in the matches. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. All right, round 1, here we go. Okay, so this is pretty good. Keep. We can turn 1 Sprawl. It's going to be really bad if they're on Wildfire, but we'll see. Turn 1 Sprawl on blue, pass a turn. If they're Wildfire, I probably want to spread out the mana enchantments. Swamp, so not Wildfire. They land grant. Okay, so they are playing the Wall Spy combo. They have Mez Fiend and Mass Vandal in hand. It's kind of annoying. We do have snaps for their deck. So I want to go land, Sprawl on blue, and then I guess Compulsive Research before they can Mez Fiend my card. Discard a land card, and we will pass the turn. So now all I need is a creature or cryo to flicker. They play Overgrown Battlement. Now I have a Prohibit. Or anything I want to prohibit. They played Battlement before. Guess I'm going to go Sprawl here. On blue. Chancery. Pick up this. And then that Mez Fiend is going to be really annoying. So is a Mass Vandal. I think I'm just going to Fertile Ground here and pass the turn. I am so set up. All I need is Archaeomancer. They play a Caretaker and they have 2 mana. Cast Gatecreeper Vine. I have 2 answers to their Spy. Chooses to use the ability. Gets a forest, plays a forest. They have 2 mana. They're almost like able to go off. Caretaker's out of their hand. Plays a Mesmeric Fiend. So right now, we know 3 of the cards in their hand. One of them is Lead the Stampede. They have Dread Return and Vandal. So if they cast the Lead the Stampede, I think I have to counter it. I think I'm just going to play out the Familiar and pass the turn. They took the Prohibit, which is bad. So I can't counter anything. I just need 1 draw spell. They play Winding Way. So now they found the Spy. They have Dread Return in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have enough creatures. Cycle's a generous end. They're gonna Vandal. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Vandal is going to take out an enchantment of some kind. I lose an enchantment. They currently cannot cast the Spy. 3 mana. They're going to lead the Stampede. Bad news. So all they have to do is keep their Mezzine on the table. They find another Vandal. Come on, Mulldrifter. Find a Tranquil Thicket. I'll make green and cycle this. I have Archaeomancer. I needed a snap. If I had a snap, I could have made infinite to pass the turn. Now I think they have more than enough to kill me. But they have one of the Dread Returns in their hand, so I guess that'll be hard for them to cast it. They just don't have that much black mana. They only have 2 black mana right now. They'd have the Dread Return something first. They're going to Vandal again. Takes out a Sprawl. Yeah, that's fine. Can't do anything about that, really. So now I can't make infinite mana. They cast a Sogyu, that's fine. Gets in. Block. Sogyu. Vandal's gone. Genersen's gone. Is there anything I want to do? Like, how can I... So now I have a Drifter. I can evoke the Mulldrifter and then pulse it back. Best case scenario, I draw a Snap or something. Or I think I have to just try to win here. Let's tap for blue and evoke this Mulldrifter. I guess I can flicker Drifter and Forest, and then I'll still have Pulse of Marasa. Let's flicker here. We draw 2 cards. Another Mulldrifter. Play a land. I have to pass the turn. We're holding Pulse of Marasa. This is just a weird scenario for them because of the Dread Return in their hand. If they didn't have Dread Return in their hand, they could have just killed me pretty quickly. Maybe I want to put the Archaeomancer on the table so I can Pulse of Marasa, flicker Pulse of Marasa. That's probably actually a good idea. They're getting in. I will block and block. If they don't try to go for it, I'm going to flicker the Mulldrifter on the end step. Casting something big here. Roll of Khazad-dûm. That is a threat. End step. We'll just Ghostly Flicker here. Draw 2. Okay, we found a Fertile Ground, so Snap would do it now. So Abundant Growth on the Forest. Draw a card. Fertile Ground on the Forest. I think I Tranquil Landscape and then sacrifice it for an island. Or maybe I just play out the Archaeomancer. Play the Archaeomancer, get the Flicker. Right, this makes sense. And then I can Pulse plus Flicker plus Pulse. We're just going to pass. Right now they have 9 damage that I can't block, which is fine. And then I can draw 1, 2, 3. I have 4 mana. I can draw 4 cards on end step. They're getting in for 9. I go to 7. And they play a Generous Ent. Gets a food. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I want to enter combo time. Let's go to end step. Make blue. Bunch of blue. Flicker here. Draw 2. We will return the flicker. Find a compulsive. Let's, oops. Return the flicker first. I was gonna just flicker from hand. Flicker again. I think they probably played that Wall of Roots already. So they have Spy and Dread Return in hand. Literally 0 0 snaps so far. This is crazy. Play Island. I will Abundant Growth on Landscape, I guess. Try drawing 3 cards. Just need to snap. There we go. That should be the game. Combo time. So now I'm just going to go blue and more blue. I guess if they have a Fairy Macabre, it beats me. Snap the Archaeomancer. We untap. We tap for a billion. Play the Archaeomancer. And we attempt to return the snap. Currently 7 mana. And that resolves. So now just snap the Archaeomancer, make infinite mana. It's actually kind of annoying here. So it's +2 mana. Snap the Archaeomancer again. Untap. I think I'm just going to try to draw some cards. So we'll make green. Abundant Growth here. Draw a card. Play out the Mulldrifter. So I'm looking for another familiar just to make my life a little bit easier. Find Cryogen Relic. Tap for green. Play the Utopia Sprawl. Play a Cryogen Relic for 1 mana. Draw a card. Play Seagate Oracle. Another Mancer. Okay, so Archaeomancer. We grab the snap. And then we go blue. We snap off the Mez Fiend. Bonk. Untap. We get our Prohibit back. And then we just play out another Archaeomancer. And we snap lock them. So we don't have to compulsive them to death. We can just get rid of every single thing that they have on the board. Make a bunch of blue. And I'll just skip through this for you. I'll play a Mulldrifter. I ended up snapping one thing. I think if I had more snaps, it'd just be a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and try to find more snaps. There's one. All right, play a Relic, draw a card. Seagate Oracle. Just adding to my board. Another Cryo. It's fine. Cryo. Make blue. Draw a card. Another Prohibit. Make more blue. And now I will snap them out. It's currently 17:14 on clock. And in the process of snapping them out, I can actually untap all my lands. I put in Cracks of Food in the middle of the combo because they really want to see how much time I can use. That's okay. They can be miserable and sit there while I click around. I'm fine with it. Bounce your creature. Untap 2 times. Then we'll make a bunch more blue mana. Bounce your other creature. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Flicker and the Seagate Oracle, trying to find a familiar. Find a Fertile Ground, that's fine. We flicker and we find a land, not very helpful. Find Archaeomancer, that's fine. Flicker again. Maybe I won't have enough of a clock to actually win the game, and I'll have to actually combo them. There's the familiar. All right, play the familiar, play the Archaeomancer, get the snap. And then I'll just Fertile Ground, attack for 2. Now I get to discard a bunch of cards. Land, 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 and land. Okay, we officially comboed. Our opponent is super dead. Counterspell. They go to end step. We will just make some blue mana and return the counterspell and a snap. Play land. Another familiar, so I don't have to discard the hand size. We'll swing out. Hiya. And now I can kick the prohibits without actually paying more than 1 mana. Whoa, a spy. Counter. So I like to say if you only use 12:30 on clock, you can just make it happen. Let's attack in. We have 13:41, which means we've used less than half of the total game clock and our opponent is dead. Easy. Alright, so that was pretty much fine. Obviously, Pulse Marasa did kind of bother them a bit. I don't know if exiling cards from the graveyard can be where we want to be. Maybe a second Pulse Marasa is fine. Kind of just run out of cards. Maybe just not having 3 flickers go down on a flicker. Actually, we could just bring in more prohibits. Be a control deck. Cut 1. I don't really need this Pulse Marasa. Like, probably not going to matter. The 4 prohibits could actually be much better. Let's cut the pulse. Means I can't just evoke a Mulldrifter and get it back though. Okay, we have no preordains in the deck. So we have to mulligan this one. And no lands. This one is fine. Get rid of the compulsive. And I guess the Mulldrifter. We'll play a turn 2 familiar. When it goes land grant. They have a forest. They have the Sogyu in hand. Another land grant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Mass Vandal's the top card here. And they cast the Sogyu. Alright. Play the landscape. We will fetch for plains. Currently doesn't have a way to Mass Vandal me. They play the Overgrown Battlement. I will go for Sunscape. And then probably go Fertile Ground here plus Seed Oracle. Battlement in play. They played all the lands out, so they have Winding Way. Play Axebane, that's scary. Winding Way. Might be dead. They didn't find the Dread Return. Let's see. If I Fertile Ground the island, then I can play Seagate Oracle plus Cryo. Let's do that. Fertile Ground. We'll make blue. Blind draw off the Cryogen. Draw a card. Play Seagate Oracle. We find a fertile ground. Play a Caretaker. They have lots of mana now. They can Generous Ent and kill my fertile ground. But then I'll probably fertile ground into a Mulldrifter. They have the Battlement in play. Mezfiend to take the Mulldrifter, I guess. Stinky. Looks like they just have the Spy now. They dread return the Generous Ent. We have a Prohibit. Let's go Forest. Fertile ground on this Forest. And then I guess pass the turn. Plays a Caretaker. So the Generous Ent is in play. They can hard cast another Generous Ent. Getting in for 5. Okay. Not amazing. Here comes another Generous Ent. They have a second food. 2 cards in hand. Oh, no. The Dread Return's out of their hand. End step. We make blue. We just tap down the Generous Ent for a turn. Draw a card. Landscape. So I want to go blue, white, cycle. Draw a Drifter. So let's go Island. 1, 2, 3, blue, and Mulldrifter. Okay, I find Seagate Oracle Archaeomancer. I think I have to pass. They gain some life. Gain some more life. I can chump with the Seagate Oracle for this turn. Try to keep my life total higher. I think I cannot counter the Mass Vandal. My mana is kind of wonky. Let's block. Here we have 3 mana towards 3. We have 4, 5, 6. If I have like a Utopia Sprawl plus a Snap, I can make infinite mana. Second Prohibit's pretty good. Let's play out a Seagate Oracle. Take the Abundant Growth. Draw a card. Just to make it so that I have the Snap combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is mana neutral. I can snap the Mulldrifter, then Archaeomancer back to snap. They attack, snap the Archaeomancer. Maybe I snap the Mulldrifter, Archaeomancer the snap, Drifter, snap, Drifter. Yeah, okay. Let's make blue, blue. Snap the Mulldrifter. Untap. Archaeomancer. Return the snap. Make blue. Evoke the Mulldrifter. Draw 2. And then make blue. Snap the Mulldrifter. Untap. And I have a land drop? Yes. Okay. Let's make blue and cast a Mulldrifter. Darn. So now I need a snap or a flicker, and then I can make infinite. Mostly because I wasted those prohibits. Winding Way. I feel like I have to counter this. Counter. I think shields are down now, so if they have Spy in hand, we're dead. They're attacking in. Block. Play Familiar. Land. I have to pass the turn. So now I'm having to chump block. Not good. So I suppose I just chump with the Familiar. Hoped I draw something. We got a 10. Maybe taking the Seagate Oracle over the Cryo was a mistake. We draw an Abundant Growth. I will draw a card. And we did not get there. Okay. What did I take out? So I definitely want the flicker back. Feel like just take out 1 prohibit. Could also be a fertile ground, but I feel like I really need the ramp. We might not need the compulsives. I don't know. Try again. Okay, this feels pretty strong. Keep. We're going to sprawl. Turn 2, we have 3 mana. We Abundant Growth plus Cryo. Then I can cycle the landscape potentially. No, I won't have the mana for that. Never mind. Our opponent mulligans to 6. Play the land. Sprawl on blue. I also have to watch the clock, unfortunately. They play a forest and they land grant. Mezfiend in hand. Plays a Sagyu. Gets a forest. Let's go land. Abundant Growth. Draw a card. Play Cryogen Relic. Draw a card. Our opponent has the Mesmeric. See what they play. Maybe they just play that out. Mesmeric Fiend. They take the snap. I think I will go green, white, blue, cycle. Pass the turn. Next turn, I'll hardcast the Mulldrifter. Here they can play as Axebane Guardian. I almost said Axebane Guardian. Gets in for 1. Another Sprawl. Can't use that yet. I'll just cast the Mulldrifter. I find a flicker. So I can flicker here and draw tons of cards. They're going to cast another Axebane, I think. I don't know what they're doing. They're tapping, untapping. Trying to figure it out. 4 mana. Spy. Targeting themselves. They just feel like they only have 3 lands in their deck. So we're just dead. That was nuts. That was nuts. Okay. They got lucky there. I can't believe they're only playing 3 lands. GG. Round 2. Well, we've got all of our colors and a familiar plus snap and prohibit. So it seems like a keep to me. Let's see what our opponent's doing. They play island. A little scary. And a delver. Okay. Let's play island and pass. I am playing pyroblasts, which I can only cast off of the abundant growths or the utopia sprawl. I will attempt to sprawl here. I feel like they have a spell pierce. Sprawl in blue. That was actually sweet that resolved. So they played a turn 1 delver, did not blind flip. Now they're going to mental note. They mill pond or delver. I'm surprised that they did not mental note on their turn looking for a land. They flip on a force spike. That's one of my least favorite cards in the format. That's okay. Plays a delver. They get in for 3. Okay, so I can tap these for 3 mana, play the Chancery, picking up the island. Chancery. We will pick up the island. Attempt to snap the delver. I'll leave open the green in case they have an answer, and I can just abundant growth here. They did not have an answer. So I can now play Sunscape Familiar, and I have the prohibit. We're pretty close to going off. Need 1 more land enchantment. Play Seagate Oracle. I will pay the 1. No problem. Thanks for doing that. We will grab a Seagate Oracle. Your turn. Force Spike is a feast or famine card. They could definitely have another Force Spike in their hand, so I kind of feel like they did that because they have a second Force Spike. And they want me to not play around it. They play a Delver. That was the one we snapped previously with 3 more cards in hand. And right now their terror costs 4 mana, so cannot put that on the table. They're showing potential counterspell. We find Ghostly Flicker. I like that a lot. We're going to Abundant Growth here and draw a card. And then Archaeomancer to return the snap. Okay, so this is infinite white mana. Archaeomancer. I mean, infinite white mana is solid, I guess. Not exactly where I want to be yet. Might as well attack. Because if they flip, then I can't block them anyway. And if they don't flip, then I might as well get in and they won't attack me. Our opponent cycles a Lorien Revealed. That one was a foil Lorien Revealed. And they're looking to flip a Delver. Again, it's going to be a blind flip if it occurs, and they miss. They're not playing a lot of instants and sorceries, apparently. They could, well, they didn't do it, but they could have responded to the second or Delver trigger, and here's a Tellurian Terror. That's okay. They could respond to the second Delver trigger with a, oh, we can maybe go infant here. Let's make blue, snap the Archaeomancer. Actually, yeah, wait. We'll snap the Delver. Snap the Delver. Untap. Play a familiar. We play Archaeomancer for snap. And then we tap for blue. And snap the Delver. Untap. Make blue. We can flicker. Return the snap. Is there a way to convert the white mana? Yes, actually. I think so. Might as well just snap this terror for the moment. I'll pay the ward. White. Okay, terror gets snapped. We make blue white. Now I flicker here. I have 5 mana. Get back the snap. And then I can snap my familiar. I believe this works. Because now this untaps. I have white. Now I have even more blue mana. Does this make a blue mana? We're at 6 here. With the snap in the graveyard, flicker in hand. I flicker, return the snap and the flicker. Oh, I can make infinite white and then do the snap trick to convert it to blue. Okay. Combo time. Now I have 7 white mana. I'm going to untap and replay the familiar, and then flicker here. Get back the snap. I think I will just flicker, try to find a land enchantment before doing anything crazy. Another snap. We flicker the Seagate Oracle. Get a cryo, that's fine. Actually better than the Seagate Oracle here. Let's snap the familiar. Untap. Replay the familiar. And then get back snap. Now the cryo can draw me 2 cards. It's like a little mini Mulldrifter. Flicker. Okay, I'll just do it again. Looking for a land enchantment. Did not find one. Okay, I guess I have to keep making mana. Bounce. And with 2 snaps, I can snap both of my familiars and then replay both of them, which I believe makes even more blue mana. I'm drawing cards, that's for sure. There's Utopia Sprawl. We sprawl on blue, and now we have infinite blue. Play out a Seagate Oracle and take the cryo, draw off the cryo, play island, compulsive myself, discard a land, jam a Mulldrifter on the table. I think the plan is just to be putting creatures on the board here and then passing. We have another sprawl. We'll make blue, then Mancer back to snap, and snap it. I guess I'll just float some green here. I'm losing clock drastically quickly. Oh boy. We will play a cryo, Seagate Oracle, take the Mulldrifter, draw some cards. Another familiar, makes things easy to cast. Play a cryo, Utopia Sprawl, choosing blue. Might as well abundant growth this island, in case I need a green source. Another abundant growth, draw, flicker, draw some more cards. When will it stop? When will it stop? The party never stops. We're drawing cards. I guess I'm running out of mana, so I have to actually pick up my creatures now. Let's snap the familiar. Get back flicker snap. Snap another familiar. Untap. Play a fam. Another fam. And then we'll make some green. Fertile ground. Draw some cards. Actually, let's use the Seagate Oracle trying to look for... We have 2 Mulldrifters left and 1 Archaeomancer to max out on threats. Take the Prohibit. Just want to keep cards in my library. I'll take the Fertile Ground. Flicker again. Take the Mulldrifter. Put a familiar in play. Cast a Mulldrifter for 1 mana. I know the Archaeomancer is the bottom of my deck. I'm just going to untap all my lands. Get back the snaps. And the way I untap all my lands is I play the Archaeomancer, tapping the Mega Land, and then I just untap the Mega Land and 1 other land over and over. Cast a Fertile Ground, and then get back the snap. Oh, I have 1 more Mulldrifter, huh? So let's look for that. 15 minutes on clock. Opponent is super bored. There we go, there's the Drifter. I have 13 cards left in my deck. I'll cast the Mulldrifter, and I have finished what I wanted to do. Okay, what do I want to get rid of? Land, 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 and a land. And then I guess the compulsive. And pulse. We'll just snap their terror on end step. Let's go make a bunch of blue. They played a Delver, I'll counter it. And then they played the second Delver. What they could have done is gone to their second main phase to get rid of this mana that I have floating. That's one option. So they just chose to jam right in, which is fine. Counter. They're going to their second main. What? Okay, they scooped. Nice. That was sweet. So Pyroblast is better than Prohibit, hopefully. Assuming I can get red mana. And then, is there anything else I want to do? Probably still need to keep the Fulsome Rasa. Maybe we can consider cutting one of the ramp spells. It's a little risky. Even the Fertile Ground as a cut seems risky, because I need to be able to cast the Pyro. I guess I'll just trim on the Cryo. I guess I can trim the Flicker. Kind of had an absurd amount of flickers. Here we have an Abundant Growth. Nothing else really going on. I'm going to mulligan. Okay. This is pretty solid. Let's keep. Get rid of compulsive. So this is going to be like play the familiar, pulse back the tranquil landscape, and then play it for an island. Maybe I get rid of the forest then. I think I should get rid of the compulsive. Tranquil landscape to fetch an island or a plains, and then try to jam the familiar. Okay, never mind. Try to sprawl on blue. No spell pierce. Okay. Our opponent brainstorms. We will turn to the cryo. What are they going to do off their brainstorm? Play an island. Let's play out the landscape, playing around Force Spike and attempt the Cryogen Relic. Counterspell. Disappointing. I will grab my island, or plains. Pass the turn. They play an island. Pondering. We have double fam. Let's play a familiar. It's too bad that this pulse cannot get back to cryo. That is a problem. They play an accumulated knowledge. Okay. I probably should have pulsed back the tranquil landscape. Currently they have terror for just 3 mana. I'll play the forest. They play a 5th land. They're just holding counters of some kind. They thought scour themselves. Only island Lorien. So terror costs. They play a cryptic serpent. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll try to compulsive myself. We'll discard Mulldrifter. Discard Flicker. No. That stinks. I guess I'm out of blue mana. I'll discard. I had blue mana. I'll discard the cryo and a flicker. And then attempt to pulse Marasa my tranquil landscape. Dispel from the opponent. Plays a Delver, 2 cards in hand. They're gonna get in for 6. Okay, Chancery is a blue mana. I'll attempt to cast a Mulldrifter. I don't expect it to resolve. It does resolve, which is nice. Pretty nice. Play a Chancery. We will pick up the plains. Pass the turn. Next turn, I can play the cryo, and if it resolves, then I can use it to tap down the Cryptic Serpent. Otherwise, if it doesn't resolve, we play Seagate Oracle and chump. Their insect flips, or their Delver flips into an insect, and then they played a Mental Note, milling Dispel, or Annul and Mental Note. I'm going to shove in front. They decide not to attack with the insect, because they know I'm going to block. Okay, that's fine, I think. We go to 8. We have another familiar. I will attempt to cryo. That resolves. Find a Utopia Sprawl. We'll sprawl on blue. They're considering countering it. Go blue. Tap. We cryo the serpent using the green mana. Take it off the field for a turn. That'll give me a blind draw. Okay, a snap is solid. Let's play Seagate Oracle. I wonder if they're holding a Force Spike. I'm going to play the familiar into the Force Spike. Let's grab this Archaeomancer. Play the Sunscape. No Force Spike. We pick up the forest. So the goal here is to Archaeomancer for the Flicker, but I don't know if that's going to happen. They play another Serpent, 2 cards in hand. I think chumping is fine. We don't have infinite mana. We have a Pyroblast I can't cast. Mistakes were made. Try the Archaeomancer. We'll get back the Flicker. We will try to flicker the Drifter Mancer. Right now, on the next turn, I can chump with Familiar Seed Oracle. Don't know what's in their hand. Something. Echoing Truth on the Archaeomancer. I'll attempt to snap it. Okay. So, Flicker maybe resolves. Echoing Truth's an interesting one. Best case scenario is I draw... nothing. Drew nothing. Archaeomancer. We will grab the Flicker. Then I will Flicker again. And grab the Flicker. Okay, now I have stuff I can do. Play the Forest. Abundant Growth here. That gives me the Pyroblast. And then I can Fertile Ground here. And then Fertile Ground on this one. I think I have to just pass. Then I'll go block, Flicker with Pyroblast back up. Maybe it's not worth it. I should probably just wait because they could have a Force Spike, right? So we just go chump. Oh, I can't chump with the Mulldrifter. I need that to draw cards with. Oh, jeez. Sleep of the Dead on the Mulldrifter. Okay. So if they tap out for multiple Sleeps of the Dead, then it's fine. You're getting in. I will block and block. I'll take 3 damage. They have 1 card left in hand. So I'm free to flicker on end step with Pyro backup. I'll make a red and a blue and flicker. They had an answer. I figured they had an answer of like a Force Spike or Spell Pierce kind. We have the Pyro, so it doesn't matter. Got just the information, which was the important thing. Now I can make infinite mana, draw my deck, and blast them. I do have the Pulse of Marasa, so I can pulse back my creatures. Okay, now I just go red, red, Pyroblast, destroy this one. Blue, blue, Archaeomancer, get back the Pyroblast. Pyroblast, destroy. Okay, they concede. We had infinite Pyroblast, infinite mana, do whatever we want. That was sweet. I'll see you in round 3. Round 3, we've opened a no-lander. That's going to be a mulligan. And we have too many lands. I think I have to keep this and hope to draw a Ram spell. Let's see what happens. Seed of the Synod. Ooh, we drew a Ram spell. We're going to sprawl on blue. Best case scenario to draw that there. Part of the cards. They go blue, black, refurbished. Guess I get rid of the flicker. Not amazing. We'll go land, play the Seagate Oracle. This Esper Affinity deck has been pretty everywhere lately. I'll take the Mulldrifter. Opponent plays a Cryo. I'm concerned that they're on the Abjured pile, but yeah, I'm seeing only blue-black over here. Let's play our own Cryo. Draw a card. Chancery. Pick up the island. We'll attack for 1. Currently have 4 mana towards our 7 mana for the infinite combo. They get in for 2. Plays a Kenku. No, they flicker, making me discard. Wow, that's annoying. I'll discard the Mulldrifter actually, and then I'll go Relic and then draw 4. Mean. They play out the thing. I wonder if this is sort of like a Ratlock deck. We draw, and then I will draw 4. I see your 2 cards, I will draw 4 cards. Attack. Opponent gets in for 2. And then they Moon Circuit Hacker, so they can pick up and replay their creature. That's mean. What do I want to discard? It gets the Seagate Oracle. Mirror Enforcer enters the battlefield. We have so many sprawls. Okay. Sprawl on blue. Make a familiar. Fertile Ground. Hopefully they don't have an Abjure here, because we're going to try to get back to Ghostly Flicker. Turn the Ghostly Flicker. Okay. They play another Cryo. They're brewing it up. They're going to kill the Archaeomancer. Okay, that's bad. Get in for a lot. 6 damage. Grim Bauble over there. We're at 8. 2 mana. Play a Tithing Blade, so I will get rid of the Seed Oracle. I have a Pulse of Marasa, sick. Let's play Utopia Sprawl on blue. And then make a ton of blue. Maybe I should make a green. No, just a bunch of blue. Pulse of Marasa, the Archaeomancer. Archaeomancer. Return Pulse of Marasa. Then we Ghostly Flicker, Archaeomancer, and the Cryo. We return the Ghostly Flicker. Did not find a snap, but I think I will just flicker again for cards and return the flicker. This is sweet. Second Archaeomancer. I'm at 14. They can still attack for 6, but I got out of the 6 damage from the previous turn. They can also flicker the Tithing Blade, which is not amazing. They have so much mana though. The Fanatical Offering a Cryo, that's going to draw them 3 cards. Plays a Vault of Whispers. Just Demir over there. 3 mana. So they could sacrifice the Grim Bauble to Surveil or whatever. They flicker the Tithing Blade, and so they're taking out all my creatures. Kills my Familiar, kills my Archaeomancer, plays a Mirror Enforcer. I need a snap. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go infinite if I find a snap. We're gonna Pulse of Marasa. return the familiar. Then we will play the familiar. Make a bunch of blue. I have 5 mana. I can flicker here. I can also just Archaeomancer for Pulsamarasa again. Seems good. Archaeomancer. Grab the Pulsamarasa, grab the Archaeomancer. And we're back. Back to 18. They have a lot of damage on the table. Hopefully they don't find another flicker. After thought casting, they find another thought cast. 5 mana on the table. Oh no. 2 mana, they're going to Fanatical a Cryo again. Flickering the Bauble Tithing Blade is pretty cool. There are 29 cards left in deck. They play a thought cast, so they can no longer flicker. Solid. That's very good. They can cast Tithing Blade. Plays a land. Gets in for 10. Hashtag no blocks. We go to 8. I can just convert some mana. We have a Tranquil Landscape. We will go Fertile Ground again. Compulsive Research. Okay, we found the Snap. Discard a land. Discard the Tranquil. And then they have 2 mana available. So let's go blue, Archaeomancer. We will return the, I don't know, the flicker. Then attempt to snap an Archaeomancer. They have a response, cast down. So now I can go see flicker that Archaeomancer and an island and return the flicker. Okay, enter combo time. Flicker the two creatures, get back snap, and flicker. Boom. Now we probably want to just actually compulsive them to death. We have a lot of mana in play. Make a green, sprawl here on blue, and then make a ton of mana. So they're at 27. Oh, I guess we want to get another snap. Snap a Mirror Enforcer on tap. We need a second familiar to make this easy. Otherwise it's like a lot of clicking. Drawing cards. Flickering again. Play an island. Flicker some more. Still no familiar. Wow. Okay. I'll evoke a Mulldrifter. Draw 2. Didn't really matter to evoke the Mulldrifter. I didn't need to do that. We flicker. We get back flicker. Find a snap. Tap the mana. Snap your creature. Untap. Continue looking for a familiar. 20 cards left in deck. Draw. There it is. There it is. Play the familiar. We have 1 compulsive. I have 2 compulsives in the deck. Snap the creature on tap. Roll Abundant Growth just to make it more blue mana. So we need, I believe, 10 mana is 15 cards, so we need 20 blue mana. Let's see, Seagate Oracle looking for another compulsive. Found a familiar. Just draw some cards. If I can find the compulsive. Maybe a little bit of a waste of time, but you know. Let's see, go way over here. Archaeomancer. Draw 2 cards at a time. What's the point? Let's draw all the cards. Another 2 cards. There's the compulsive. So now we just points back this one and then make as much blue as possible. We need 20, I believe. Snap this one. Play Archaeomancer. Grabbing the snap. Play another Archaeomancer. And we grab the snap. And then I will just bounce back the Seagate Oracle. Untap. Make a bunch of blue. I don't think there's any free spells that they can do. And we'll snap the other familiar. Untap. And then flicker here. 17:35 on clock. Doink. Okay. Okay, we did the thing. My opponent said that they are a fan of the content, so I really appreciate that. Goat Games Florida, or Full. And they also said that they're not a fan of Solitaire Combo Deck. Unfortunately, I'm also not a fan of, what's its face? Refurb. So is Heritage Reclamation any good? I mean, the Pulsamarasa basically won me that entire game. I just don't think Heritage Reclamation to go after their lands is going to be a very good strategy. I think I will try bringing in a second Pulse, because they're like a control deck. All right, so turn 1, Abundant Growth, draw a card. We can play Familiar on turn 2, or we can just Fertile Ground the land. They go Refurb. So I'll discard Mulldrifter, go land, and then Fertile Ground. They play a Cryo, and see the Synod into a Nile Spellbomb. Well, that's a reason to bring in the Heritage Reclamation. Whoops. Let's go Landscape, make white, blue, Familiar into a Seed Oracle. We'll take the Cryo. How do I push through all that? That's really annoying. I'm just gonna get rid of the Snap. It is kind of silly when people are not a fan of Flicker decks and then they just play 45 refurbs. Oh man, not good. Sprawl, blue. I don't think I can win this. Try to pulse back the Sunscape. I'll just go to the next game. It's fine. So their control deck, maybe I can cut on one of these, bring in the Reclamations. Maybe I can just cut one Abundant Growth. Let's go. I did bring in all the Heritage Reclamations. We have green into Cryo. I guess this is keepable. I think I'm gonna get dumpstered here. Maybe I should have just cut the Abundant Growth entirely. Like, it didn't really matter that much. Maybe I don't crack the Landscape so I can play the Cryo turn 2 and then try to draw land. Drew a Forest, play the Cryo. Both of my Flickers are in my hand. It's a sketchy turn of events. They have Island. I think I'm going to evoke the Mulldrifter. Draw some cards. I'm trying to get ahead of their refurbs, basically. Find Cryo and a Prohibit. They play a land. Now they can refurb. It's not very fun. I'll get rid of the Snap. Go land. Marasa back the Mulldrifter. And then I will crack this for a Plains. They play a Wellspring. I would like to know in the comments if you think that Refurbished Familiar is an interactive card. I don't think so. Let's just discard. They play the Nile Spellbomb. They get in for 2. Land. Play Mulldrifter. Okay, we find Sunscape. I have an Abundant Growth. They kill my Mulldrifter. Maybe I Abundant Growth here and play the Sunscape. They're getting in for 4. Mirror Enforcer enters the battlefield. You know they hit Tithing Blades in their deck. Well, Abundant Growth the Forest. Draw a card. Play out Familiar. Play land. Play a Cryo. I can now flicker Familiar Cryo to stop from a cast down. Find a Mulldrifter. 8 damage is pretty crazy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through. Yeah, that's what I expected. I'm going to respond by flickering the 2 Cryogen Relics. We'll draw 4 cards. Now I can force the Spellbomb by going for the Marasa. And they've got a Moon Circuit Hacker, which is a thing. I guess I can crack the Cryo to stop the Enforcer for a turn. Guess I get rid of... I have 4, 5, 6. This will be 7 mana. Get rid of the Chancery. Crack the Spellbomb right now. Interesting. Land. Sprawl. Mana neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go blue. 2, 3. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. We'll make green, green. Oops. Oh no, it's already blue. So, Sprawl again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On blue. They probably have another Nile Spellbomb. Guess I'm just going to play out the Mulldrifter. If maybe it's not a good idea. Try not to die. They have 4 cards in hand. They can flicker the bauble and everything. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go to 2. I have to like win on the next turn. My Drifter. Not sure how I win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That was the Mulldrifter. gets in. We got a 2 life. They get to draw. Reclamation doesn't do anything. I think I have to flicker and draw into a familiar and a snap. I guess if they have a counterspell, I'm pretty hosed. Draw 4 cards. There's a familiar. Play the familiar. Play the landscape. I still have to draw a snap. We can abundant growth the landscape to draw a card. And then I can have another familiar. Make green. Fertile ground the forest. I have 4 mana to work with. So I have to make blue. And then Seagate Oracle into the snap. Did not find a snap. Take the drifter. So my last chance is the cryo drawing a snap. But then I die to any interaction. Okay, GG. We'll see you in the next. Okay, round 4. We are 1 and 2. Trying to recover. I mean, I have... Oh no. Oh no, so I am. What do I do here? I guess I could landscape and then sprawl in white. Forest. They're playing elves. Play the landscape. We do have to watch out for the mass vandals. Cast a Winding Way. So they reveal a Disability, Winding Way, Priest, and a Forest. I will go ahead and fetch a Forest. Really need that Priest gone. Let's go Sprawl on blue. Pass the turn. Next turn they can play the Priest and one other 1-drop. But I can snap the Priest, Archaeomancer back to snap. They cast Winding Way instead. Finds Finehorn, Quirion, Birchlore in a Forest. So I can play Quirion, then tap, but they already played a land. This Birchlore Rangers, and then I guess Finehorn or Quirion. Probably Finehorn Ranger Elves. Finehorn Elves. Play the Quirion. Now they can untap, then play the Finehorn. Elf math. Okay. I don't have anything I can do. I think I just have to compulsive. I need lands. This feels like they're going to untap and then wreck me. We're going to discard 2 cards. Prohibit and a familiar. Go land. We will pass the turn. So this turn, I can abundant growth the sprawl, play out the familiar, snap the priest, Archaeomancer back the snap. Maybe it's just, and they have a Timber Watch. That's bad. Bad news bears. Plays a Birchlore Rangers. 1 card, 1 unknown in hand. Getting in for 1. There's some concern that that card is not good for me. Let's play familiar. And then tap for blue. Snap the Timberwatch Elf. Untap these. We will abundant growth here. Draw a card. Seagate Oracle. Blue. Snap the Priest of Titania. Untap. Play Archaeomancer. Grabbing the snap. And then I'll go blue. Play Seagate Oracle. And take this landscape or the forest. If I take the landscape, I can get a blue land. Or I can take the landscape and fetch the forest. Okay, I take the landscape. And we'll fetch the forest. So why did I want to do that? That allows me to get 2 lands out of my deck. I'm at the point where I need stuff to do more than I need lands. Priest returns. They play the Timberwatch Elf. Gaspar Sentinel, still 1 card left in hand. No attacks. You have a lot of elves. Let's evoke a Mulldrifter. I think I let this one die. Play Chancery. We'll pick up the Plains. We'll go blue. Snap the Timberwatch Elf. Untap. And then evoke a Mulldrifter again. Draw. If I drew a familiar. Can flicker here. Get the snap. Snap my own creature. No, I think that doesn't work. So if I want to go for the snap line, this is only 3 mana. So it doesn't actually win the game. So let's flicker the Archaeomancer and the Mulldrifter. Get back the flicker. Okay, now I think maybe... I'm trying to figure out if I can win here. And I don't think I can. I can flicker for snap, and then I'll have white, blue. I'll have white and 3 blue. Then I can play this, and I don't have enough. So let's just pass. Next turn we have infinite. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 Quirion in play. I'm nervous about a giant Nyxborn Hydra. They can seed, okay? I'll take it. I will take it. I don't think I have anything to bring in. Resubmit. Our hand is probably very good if we find exactly a forest off the top, and the odds of that are not very good, so we will mulligan. I have to find a land. I think I just mulligan again. Okay, this is probably the best we've seen. So we're going to get rid of land, cryo, maybe Mulldrifter land. Opponent goes forest into a Finehorn. Play a land, pass a turn. Turn 2 we cryo. Turn 3 we go Chancery, Fertile Ground the Chancery. We play Elvish Vanguard. Personal Rangers, now it's a 2/2. We'll jam a Cryo Relic. Opponent's going to Spell Pierce. Always weirds me out. Like, these decks don't really have ways to draw into their interaction, right? Because they're playing Winding Way and Lead the Stampede, which don't draw the Spell Pierce. But they always have it. They always play it. Now they've got a Timberwatch Elf, so I'm pretty hosed. Gets in for 4. Need a snap, I guess. We will Chancery, pick up the island and Fertile Ground here. Then I have 4 mana. Next turn I'll have 5 mana. I can Abundant Growth the land plus Cryo and lock down the Timberwatch Elf, but it's kind of sketchy. Not super good. Best would be if I were able to find a snap and then do some Archaeomancer nonsense. We are drawing 2 cards next turn. Personal Rangers, now they have a 4/4. So it's 9, 10, 11 damage this turn. The likelihood of me living is very low. And they're going to Distant Melody. So Distant Melody can draw the Spell Pierce effects. Just going to go to the next game. Okay. We mulliganed to 5. Didn't work out very well. Maybe another Prohibit would be better than the Pulse Marasa. On the play. This hand isn't really doing anything. Let's mulligan. Once again, this hand is epic if I draw a land. The odds of that are so low. Mulligan. Okay, keep. Get rid of Compulsive. Actually, get rid of Mulldrifter. Get rid of Compulsive. Wait, no. Get rid of land. Mulldrifter. Go land. We will fetch an island and pass the turn. And then prohibit their turn 2 play. Personal Rangers to start it out. Let's... I guess I'll pass. Okay, they've got a Quirion. We're going to counter. They cannot use the Spell Pierce. They only have 1 creature. They get in. Double Snap means I'm going to get rid of their creature, Time Walk them, play a Cryo. Was looking for lands there. Did not find one. Opponent plays a second land. Now they can play 2-drop, Priest of Titania. We will bounce it, and then play land and draw 3. And we'll discard Cryo and Mancer. Play a Priest of Titania. We have Familiar into Fertile Ground on the island. What I can do is Abundant Growth off the Fertile Ground and then crack the Cryo to hit the Priest. It'd be better if I could flicker the Cryo. There's a Timberwatch Elf. Make green. Abundant Growth on the plains. Draw a card. Looks like they have Spell Pierce. Green. Abundant Growth on the forest. Draw a card. Land. Cryogen. Still thinking about Spell Piercing me. Sure. And I will pay. We have a Mulldrifter. Have to find a snap. This turn they're probably going to use their Timberwatch and their Priest, so I can crack both of the relics to lock them down. Another Priest is scary. Plays Lead the Stampede. So if they have a Quirion Ranger, then the Cryogen Relic locking them down doesn't work very well. Reveals double Elvish Vanguard, and that's it. I can play one of them right now if they tap the Timberwatch. They seem unlikely to do that. They play the Vanguard. Okay. Let's lock down a Priest. Draw a card. Find another Cryo. Make blue. Lock down this Priest. We draw another card. We play Cryo. I mean, there are sequences of draws that could get me out of this. Somehow I'm still alive. They got another Spell Pierce coming. Sure. Okay. Pick this up. We have 4 mana. Currently our opponent has 3 mana. So they can play a Vanguard and then tap the Vanguard for a mana. They have another Lead the Stampede. Guess they're looking for their Quirion Ranger. I guess discarding the Archaeomancer was really bad because I took out the Pulse of Marasa. Yikes. They found the Quirion Ranger. So now they can cast it and untap the Timberwatch. They're going to cast it off of the Vanguard. They now can untap a Priest. So they cast 2 Lead the Stampedes and they just topped the Spell Pierces, or they had them in their hand. It just seems really unlikely, but it definitely worked out. I feel like it's not the smartest deck. It just doesn't make any sense from a deck building position. So if you're an Elves player and you know why that makes sense, let me know. Now they're going to cast a Distant Melody. Llanowar. We're hoping that they don't find another Quirion, basically. The likelihood of them drawing into the Spell Pierces now is high. There's another Jaspera doing the thing. Another Jaspera, no Quirions. They can make 1 mana off of the Birch Lore. There's Finehorn Elves. They have 8 cards in their hand, so they're incentivized to play another 1-drop. Looks like they're holding open a Spell Pierce instead. Okay. Our hand, Clunk City, did not get it done. I guess I play the Forest. We did find a Flicker. I'll evoke a Drifter. Oh, and they also brought in Pyroblast? Wow. Okay. Huh. Let's try to get a 2-3. All right, round 5. We're on the draw. We're going to do our best to keep this hand. Got 2 lands. Our opponent is playing Islands. Ponder. Probably Delver. So, we're really looking for a Forest. Play Island pass. We have double Cryogen. We need to keep the Fertile Ground no matter what. Snap is maybe good, maybe not. They play an Island. Okay. Start running out the Cryogen Relics. Maybe I should have Fertile Grounded. They're going to counterspell. Okay. So I think I Fertile Ground Chancery. I play a 3rd Island. Clearly they did not have a Spell Pierce in hand. Mental Note mills Island Dispel. Currently Terror costs 3. We Fertile Ground the Forest. Another counterspell. Chancery, pick up the Island. Sort of a bummer that they've had double counterspell so far, but that's what their deck is set up to do. Opponent plays an Island, Serpent numero 1, Serpent 2. So let's try Cryo. We'll just snap a Serpent and tap. Play a Seagate Oracle. Fertile Ground's important here. I can Fertile Ground here, play Seagate Oracle, or I can just crack the Cryo, Fertile Ground, and then Chancery, pick it up. And then, or I can keep the Cryo around and try to flicker these 2. They did show us that they had a Dispel previously. Now I can do both. Or maybe I think I Fertile Ground for sure. The 3rd counterspell could be a Spell Pierce. Maybe it was, I don't know what's going on there. Let's go blue. Play Seagate Oracle. Is it a Force Spike? Then Mental Note. Milling Demon Inferior. Take the Familiar. Play the Chancery and pick up the Island. Then I have to pass the turn. We'll probably not block this turn and then block and flicker. Might not work. When it's attacking, they'll put me to 2 life. Ponder looking for more threats. And then they keep. Plays a Tolarian Terror. And a Delver. We're super duper dead. So with 1 card in my hand, in my library, or my hand, I guess I'm just going to Sunscape and then go for broke. Like I can Compulsive. Feels like they have a counterspell too, which is just absurd. Let's just bank on them having nothing and us drawing everything. Discard a land. But that didn't get me there. So I have to make blue, flicker these 2, and draw a snap. We get to see 4 cards. I'll take the flicker. Can I find a snap? We found a snap. So I can snap this Serpent, untap. I have 5 mana, and 3 of it is blue. So I can Ghostly Flicker, and then I can just, maybe I just Mulldrifter, flicker here, draw 4, evoke the Mulldrifter. We draw 2, another Drifter. I'm gonna make blue, and then flicker Mulldrifter and the Relic. We draw 4 cards. Still looking for a snap though. Did not find a snap. And I will play a Cryo. I mean, we can win next turn if we can survive here. So I'll pass the turn, discarding Landscape and I guess the Compulsive. Will the Delver flip? Will they have any card? I guess this shows us if they drew interaction. Oh no, they found a Brainstorm. Best case scenario for them. So all they have to do is Brainstorm into Demon Inferior or something to get rid of the Mulldrifter and we lose. I kind of hung in there though. They're sending in the team. So we have another turn. We block everything. Casting a Serpent. Hopefully they just drew blanks. So we're going to Sprawl on blue. And then we can make a green. Sprawl again on blue. This just depends on them not having anything. We'll go Archaeomancer. Try to grab the snap. And I will attempt to win the game. Snap Archaeomancer. Die to Dispel. Die to so many things. Counterspell also does it. Okay, so I will lock down Serpent. Draw a card. Button Growth. I mean, relicking this doesn't work. So I will Button Growth. If I draw Snap, I can still get there. Stinks that they found that third counterspell. We did not get there. So let's play Cryo. Draw a card. Maybe I should have played the Utopia Sprawl. We can block the 2 creatures again. I mean, it's not entirely over. Block and block. They have 2 cards. We got a 2 life. Or we stay at 2 life. They cycle a Lorien Revealed instead of casting it for 5. What? Why didn't you just draw 3 cards? Seems like a mistake. Oh, because they had a second Lorien Revealed. Easy peasy. So I guess I can lead on drawing 4 cards. Maybe I should have gone Evoke Mulldrifter into Flicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. So oh, we might have the win. Let's see. We can go Sprawl here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Unbelievable. Sweet. Go blue, green, Abundant Growth. I can't believe we took it down. It's just crazy. So now make blue, play Archaeomancer, and then we grab the Ghostly Flicker. And then we demonstrate a loop. Snap. Combo time. Hopefully my opponent doesn't make me click forever. That's so many clicks. I guess I could afford to waste 1 snap bouncing their creature. So it gives me the ability to just flicker, like evoke a Mulldrifter and then flicker it. We'll evoke Mulldrifter. Draw. Sweet. Flicker here. This drastically reduces the number of clicks. We'll get back the flicker. And then make white mana. Oops, I made green. Make white. Sunscape. Bounce the Archaeomancer. I'll go ahead and make a bunch of mana for a while. Okay, cast Mulldrifter. Try to dig. There's a familiar. Oh, they're looking for a win condition? Opponent has conceded. I really appreciate that. My hand hurts. Okay, I bonked the microwave, or I smacked the microphone on accident. We're gonna bring in the Pyroblast over the Prohibits. Caught 1 flicker. I think we cannot keep this hand. Let's mulligan. Okay, that's a no lander. Okay, this is a lander. We'll keep, put back an Abundant Growth, put back, I guess, Mulldrifter. Let's keep our low drops. We're hoping that we can Abundant Growth into Familiar into Relic, but not sure how that's going to go. Opponent has Island. Play a land and pass. They're on the Amonkhet Full Arts, or HOU. I don't know what the full name of that set was. They thought Scoured milled out an island and a mental note. Second island. They collect their terror to see how much it cost. We have nothing. Let's cast the Relic. We have to try to draw cards. They have a Spell Pierce. That's sad. So we gave them 1 mana way to interact with our thing, but I couldn't really get around that. Goes to cast the Terror. Terror's to cost 4. Still cannot cast the Terror. We have nothing. Let's go to the next game. Couldn't see the top of the deck. Bummer. So what I've learned through this league is that when you cut Preordain, you should probably add lands, which I did not do, and that has been very problematic. Resubmit. So we have to leverage the London Mulligan. Okay, we keep. Landscape pass. We are hoping that they do not interact with us. They're keeping a hand with no Spell Pierces. Or they play a turn 1 Delver. They turn 1 the Delver. So we'll fetch for Forest. Forest. Okay, that's really good. So Sprawl into Fertile Ground on blue into Fertile Ground. Now I have 4 mana already. Our opponent flips on a mental note. So Spell Pierce no longer an issue for me. They play a Delver. Maybe the issue will be dying. Put me to 17. We're going to Abundant Growth. Trying to draw into something. Find a compulsive. I'll make white and then Utopia Sprawl. On blue again. Play out the familiar. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I find Archaeomancer Snap, I have the full combo. It'd be tough to get into that though. So we have to just like go for the compulsive and see what we can draw. They have to have no counterspell. They mental note a Ponder and a Brainstorm away. Let's see if the Delver flips on the counterspell and we die. They Brainstorm to flip the Delver. They find Thought Scour. This is a 3-turn clock. A Demon Inferior. We'll do second from the top, I guess. Gets in for 6. Not feeling very confident. We have a Seagate Oracle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can Utopia Sprawl here. Blue. Make white. Bunch of blue. Seagate Oracle. And I can pick the Sunscape. Ooh. Almost want to pick the Snap. I think I'm going to be diligent and pick the Sunscape Familiar. We don't have very many turns to try to win. They Thought Scour, milling a Terror and an Island. And then they Ponder, no shuffle. Plays an Island. Gets in for 6. We're going to go to 5. So hopefully they're only holding Terrors in hand. They just dump a bunch of Terrors and pass the turn, and then I can win. We have a Mulldrifter. Let's make some blue. And then evoke this Mulldrifter. I guess I should have maybe floated a red. They're going to counterspell. Yep, that tracks. Compulsive. If I'd compulsived first, maybe it would have been better. We'll discard. I guess we can discard 2 cards here because we didn't play a land yet. And then I can go Cryogen, lock this down, attack. 2 cards, discard, discard. It's like the only way I can survive. They cryo. And they brought in a null or Spell Pierce. So GG. So what did I think? I mean, that was the match, right? We lost 1-2. GG Sut, you kicked my butt. It rhymes. We won a game every single match and just got trounced. I'm on a bit of a low streak in the videos lately, but it's okay. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next video.